So here we go. Welcome, new ambassador training. We're very, very excited. And I know that Colin sends his big hugs to all of you. And he so appreciates that you have become an ambassador of Make Your Mark. My name is Cheryl Bishop, and I'm at the head office in Surrey, BC. I just want to, if you could just type in chat, can everybody hear me? I want to make sure, first of all, that you can all hear me on this. I want to make sure the volume is high enough that you can hear. Can everybody hear me? Yes, yes. Okay, loud and clear. Thank you very much. Okay, so welcome. Again, my name is Cheryl Bishop, and I will introduce myself as we go on here so that you know a little bit about me, and we'll go from there. Perfect. Okay, so the ambassador training, I want to let you know, we're going to go through is why the ambassador program was created, just to give you a little history. We're going to go through some ambassador training itself. I'm going to talk about leverage in the ambassador program. That's pretty phenomenal. And I'm going to talk about the gratitude group that we have. Many people love to give back and love to re-attend Business Mastery or volunteer when they have friends and family that go through Business Mastery. So we'll go through all of this on this presentation. First of all, your city ambassador is Amanda. I'm sure you met her at Business Mastery. She is phenomenal. What her role as a city ambassador is to support you. When she sees you, if you're at Best Mindset, or she sees you at any of the Sherpa courses or the 2-hour event, she also runs all of the ambassador training. What we do at Make Your Mark is we do ambassador training every month. And every month it's different training. So you want to come out to all of them because what we do and our philosophy is we always educate you. And we educate you in the ambassador program. However, we also give you business education that you can implement into your business. And we're going to have some fun. We're planning right now in May for the ambassadors and students to get together is have a bowling fun night. So know that that is coming. Always watch your emails. You get correspondence many times with Make Your Mark through that way. So Amanda is outstanding, and I'm sure all of you met her at Business Mastery, and so she's your city ambassador for Toronto. So who is Amanda? I'm going to introduce her to you. She went to school, for aesthetics, and then Amanda wanted more, so she went back to school for advertising, and she became a personal trainer, competed in a few fitness competitions, placed in top 3 and making it to the provincial, so that's pretty exciting. She got her certificate in precision nutrition and became a certified life coach. And she has a small soap making business and lavender farm with her family. And my husband loves her soap, so that's wonderful, and loves to play board games. And Halloween is her favorite time of year. So keep note of that in the fall when you see Amanda, that's for sure. Who am I? I'll give you a little idea of who Cheryl Bishop is. I was with the financial institution for 16 years. I got involved in direct sales for 14 years. I had a fitness and skincare company in 2005. And that's how I met Colin Sprake, actually. And then in 2009, I joined my dear friend Colin Sprake to assist him to build Make Your Mark in Surrey. So we've been in Surrey, BC since 2009. We've been in Calgary, Alberta for 4 years. We've been in Toronto for 2. And we just recently opened up Dallas, Texas. And we did our first Business Mastery in Dallas, Texas in January. I'm also the co-author of the Entrepreneurial Success Story. So any of you that purchased that book at Business Mastery, I have the chapter that everything happens for a reason. And there's a story in there how Colin and I actually met. And again, everything happens for a reason. And what I do now is I manage the ambassador program right now. I also sort of manage what we call Heart Connections, and I'll explain that in more detail as we go on. And I also will speak at events when Colin is not available. So when I say speak at events, what Make Your Mark does is we get invited to many associations, conferences, events to come and be a keynote speaker. So I do that anytime that Colin is not available, because he loves to do those. So he's number 1. And anytime it's less than 100 or 50 or more, actually, I will do. We just had to really eliminate Colin's time because he is traveling like crazy. Right now he's on holidays with his family. So well-needed vacation. Now, we have a gentleman that just arrived in our office this week on Wednesday, and his name is Javen. He is phenomenal. You will all love him. He is going to be managing the ambassador program moving forward. And I just fell in love with him, so I know all of you will. We are all, if you haven't noticed, with Make Your Mark, so about your growth. So about, we want the success for you, sometimes more than you want it, just because we care so much. And we just want you to grow because, well, here's what we know. What we know is when business owners are flourishing, that helps their communities flourish. So we are so passionate about entrepreneurial succeeding that we constantly look at how can we enhance what we do to support all students. Now, why was the Ambassador program created? It was created for you to easily pass on your awesome experience from Business Mastery and Make Your Mark to others. That's what we found when we first started. And again, I've been around since day one. And when we first started, we really didn't have a lot, and we've grown. So a lot of times we get students that come to Business Mastery and go, wow, I want to do exactly what you do. And the process is, our the first sales event we ever did, we had, Colin might have mentioned it at Business Mastery, there was only 4 people. And honestly, the hotel bill was more than what the company was making. So know that we've gone through all that growing. And when we did our first Business Mastery, all the students wanted to still somehow stay together, and hence we created the Ambassador program. And we also recognize it's to help you you get to form a like-minded community with business owners that you can assist each other to grow. I have seen friendships, relationships, partnerships that happen, and we just love it when it's in our community of Make Your Mark. So our hashtags that we use, the number one we use is MYM Family. Anytime you want to use that, you're welcome to do that. And the one that we're creating for the Ambassador program is MYM Community, because we really do want to build that community and have fun and be part of our community. So what's in it for you as an ambassador? What is the program? We're going to go through that so that you understand a little bit more. Those red and white tickets that Colin handed out at Business Mastery, those are we created those for a tool to assist you to share with others. And we find that that's one of the easiest tools to use when you are out networking or in front of someone. Now, when you invite someone to the 2-hour event and they show up and they've never been before, you will receive $20 for every new student who comes to the 2-hour event. So that's some nice little bit of cash. Think about it. Do the math. You do 5 people at one event, there's $100 for you. And then what happens when they decide to go to Business Mastery, like the 3-day that you just experienced this month, when they decide to purchase, you will receive 10% of any of the Sherpa packages that they decide to purchase and Quantum Trainer. So what that's going to do for you is not only going to receive, say, $20 from one person. Let's say I invite my girlfriend, Tammy. So she goes to the 2-hour event, and she's never been before, and then Make Your Mark will send me a check a month later of $20. Then when she goes to Business Mastery, if she decides to jump on board as an elite student, which 98% of students do, she decides to go for the elite, well, then what happens is I will receive 10% of that package. I will receive 10% in 24 months. So what that means is once she attends a seminar in her package, that's when the check gets sent out. So the ambassadors that really want to work this ambassador program, what they do is they, first of all, invite people that are true avatar of Make Your Mark, and I'll explain that in a little bit. And then every month they're receiving these checks of hundreds of dollars, and we'll go through what you can do with that in a minute as well, is that it can really help maybe pay off your package and so much more. Now, you also get to be the start of a huge transformation in people's lives. My gosh, many of you on this webinar probably were invited by someone else. And I trust that you have thanked them for inviting you out, because it has changed people's lives, changed people's business. Oh, we've saved lives, we've saved marriages, we've saved relationships with adults and their children. It's just been so much. It's been so gratifying when people have grown their business. You also get to be a part of a huge heart-centered family, which is hashtag MYM, which stands for Make Your Mark, MYM Family, and MYM Community. Now, what I'm going to play here is we videotaped Colin modeling or role-playing how to hand out the red and white tickets, because there are certain ways to hand out the red and white tickets that are more successful than other ways. So I'm going to play this video so that you can watch and learn. The video is not playing today. Okay. Oh, no, hang on one second. Now it's over too. So the video is not playing today. What we'll do is we'll send you the link to that video so that you, well, let's see if it'll play here. Nope. Let's see. Current slide. If I can't get it to play here, I am traveling. I'm in LA right now, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Okay, well, we'll continue on. So what we'll do is I'll send you the link to that. But what it is Colin is modeling handing out the tickets. Now, the number one thing you want to do is build the value of the ticket. If you have like 100 in your hand and you're saying, hey, I'm just giving out these tickets, people, there's no value. And learn this for your own business. Build the value of whatever you're selling, because that entices people to purchase, number one. So when you build the value, you could say to somebody, find out what their biggest challenge is. That's how to start the conversation off, is start with, what is the biggest challenge in your business you find? Now, when you ask people that, I used to network all the time, because at the beginning of Make Your Mark, that's all I did. When we started in 2009, all I did was networked and followed up, simply because nobody knew who Make Your Mark was. Nobody knew who Colin Sprake or Cheryl Bishop is. And that's how I started. And when we created those tickets and I used to hand them out, I would get to know people. Let's say if I went to the Chamber of Commerce and I would ask people, are you new here, or have you been a member for a while, because I haven't met you? And in the conversation, when I find out what they do, and I'll say, well, right now, Tammy, what do you find in your business is your biggest challenge right now? Then I don't say anything, and I let her answer the question. The most common answer that I got was finding enough clients, or making more, not making enough sales. That's typically the ones I have found. You may find some new ones these days, I don't know. But when I found that, what ended up happening is that I was able to address that challenge for them. Oh my gosh, I would say, there's this 2-hour event from this gentleman by the name of Colin Sprake. The event's called Mastering Your Business for Maximum Profit and Success. And I happen to have 2 tickets with me right now. And I would like to know, I would love to gift them to you. They're valued at $149. And I would like to know, if you want to attend, I'll gift them to you. And then I'll ask, would you be interested in attending an event like this? And then be quiet and let them answer the question. The most common answer I get from there is, well, when's the date? And then I always memorized the next date. And then I would say, if they couldn't make that date, what I would say is, look, on this ticket here, there's a website called knowledgeactionprofit.com. It's right on the ticket. If you can't make this date, which you just mentioned to me, then what you can do is go to that website and you can register, and it will show you the next upcoming dates. And then see this little number that's written in here? I would say to Tammy, then I would say you need to use that number as the activation code, and then you will be my guest. So that's what you want to do. So you want to build the value and say the tickets are worth $149. However, you can attend at no cost. Then find out their pain and share this from your experience. What have you experienced from the 2-hour event? Now, any of you on this webinar, if you have not attended the 2-hour event yet, highly recommend you go, because how can you, in my mind's eye, how can you ask anyone to go to an event that you have never experienced? So if you have not attended the 2-hour event, I encourage you to go to the next 2-hour event. Anytime you want to know, when is the next 2-hour event, when is the next ambassador training or business mastery or any events Make Your Mark is doing, this is the website you will go to. You will go to sherpacourses.com. Save it in your favorites. That is the website you will go to absolutely look at any events. And then you're always welcome to call our office with any questions that you may have. Keep in mind, we are on Pacific Standard Time, 9 to 5. So, but that is the website you want to check out. Any 2-hour events. That's the most current. So if any date happens to change due to venues, then the most current date will be on that website. So that's a website I'm pretty sure you're going to go to a few times. So here's the next 2-hour event is on April 18th from 12 noon till 2 p.m. And it will be at the Hotel Novotel in Vaughan. And then one after that will be March 24th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the venue will be, it's to be announced as the contract hasn't been signed with the venue yet. The next Business Mastery in Toronto is June 6, 7, and 8. So if you have some friends that maybe you've already referred from the referral sheets, perhaps they may be going to that one. And I'm going to walk you through who Make Your Mark's avatar is. Now, it's really important for you as a business owner to truly know who is your avatar. Because if you don't know where your avatar is hanging out, or if you don't know your avatar and you're hanging out where they are not, that's not helping your business. So you want to really identify who your avatar is. It's going to help you narrow down where you should be hanging out. It's going to narrow down on if you're a speaker, where events you should be speaking at, and so much more. So here is Make Your Mark's avatar. They're committed to their success. That's the number one thing. You know, we know the program works as long as you implement. So committed to your success. You will do what it takes. Disposable income helps simply because sometimes when people go through marketing, or actually often, they realize, oh my gosh, my business cards are not right, my marketing material's not right. So the disposable income helps where if they need to enhance some things that they're doing in their business, then absolutely disposable income supports that. Typically, our avatar is from 40 to 60. We've narrowed it down that they are anywhere from 40 to 60. And they usually are business with like either a contractor or maybe a staff member. I don't like the word staff. I always like the word team. You know, we're all about the power of words. And think about this for your business. If you happen to have staff and you keep calling them, oh, here's my staff, here's my employee, I would challenge you to start using the word team. Because when you start introducing your team members, here's what happens for them. Number one, they feel more valued because now they're part of a team. They're not just an employee or just a staff member. You will see them work harder. You will see them be a part of a team. So it's all about the words you're using. And our avatar focuses on one business. I've seen it, and so has Colin, hundreds of times where people will say, I have like 3 businesses. And then once we get to know them and they're honest with us, we'll ask them, are all 3 successful? And usually the answer is no. Focus on one business at a time. Make it extremely successful. Then you're able to focus on another one. Because each business may have its own avatar. And when you're splitting it up, or even when you're out, your prospects' perception of you is their reality, regardless of what you think or say. So keep that in mind as well. Where to find them, and this is where to find your clients, your avatar. So many of ours hang out at business groups because they're entrepreneurs and business owners. They hang out at chambers. The successful ones hang out at galas. There's online networking. There's associations. We'll be talking about that in a bit. There's charities, franchises, networking, conferences in their own community. Our business community is where our avatar hang out. And maybe yours does too. Now, how to be successful in the ambassador program. I'm going to give you a couple examples here. You can have success. Now, you can refer people to the 2-hour event. They're non-avatars. And I'm going to show you the difference by referring avatars of Make Your Mark versus non-avatar. So refer 4 people that are not in business, which is non-avatar for Make Your Mark. And what will happen is you will get $80 in rewards for them attending the 2-hour event, which is fine. However, why don't you go for massive success? And this is when you refer 4 avatars, business owners, what you will receive. Now, out of 4, our percentage is typically 1 out of 4 will buy an elite package. So here's what you could receive. You could still receive the $80 just like above on the screen, but however, you're going to receive $1,672 for the 10% from the elite. So referring those 4 people, instead of making the $80, you would go to level 2, which is a massive success, which is $1,752.80. So you can see by referring people that are in business, well, absolutely, you will make more income in the ambassador program by doing that. So you either go for having an avatar, which would be an elite student, or for non-ideal clients. Now, this is how you are going to log into your ambassador back office. If you have not done so yet, I'd encourage you to go in there and play around a little bit so you get to understand it. But I'll walk through some basic information for you. First of all, you're going to go to mymsuccess.com. That is our website. MYM again stands for Make Your Mark. So you'll go to www.mymsuccess.com. And where the arrow is on the screen, you will see a tab that's called Ambassadors. So you will click on that tab, which will take you to the next location where it says Already an Ambassador, log in here. So you're going to click in onto the login here. And then on the next page, you will see a login button on the top right-hand side that says log in. That is where you're going to log in with your email and your password. And once you log in there, this is where it's going to take you. Now, this is not mine because I'm not technically an ambassador. So I've got Stefan from Vancouver up here. That is his back office. So I could give you an idea what an ambassador's back office looks like. So right now, Stefan has earned $7,627 in his account. What's awaiting for approval on the right-hand side there with the thumbs up is $5,233. And that's what's awaiting for a payout, which means the report is printed. Now we just need to send the checks, is $1,910. And what we've already paid him to date is $483. So it keeps track of what Make Your Mark has paid you and what Make Your Mark still owes you. And you can see when it's awaiting approval means that your people haven't attended their seminar yet, and that's why the system hasn't approved it. Until they attend it is when the system will approve it. Now, what's great about this program is there's a sharing opportunity where you can actually, with your ambassador link embedded already in this, is you can send emails through here to people that you want to share an event with, post to Facebook, post on Twitter, or share on LinkedIn. So you can play around with that. Now, there's an asset section where you want to pay attention. I'm going to put 2 arrows up on the screen here. This is really exciting, and I want you to print these off, if anything, and read them. Because what's in addition to the ambassador program this year is we created a Star Rewards program where you can receive rewards on top of the ambassador program. Now, this goes from January 1st, 2018, right through to December 31st, 2018. And I got to tell you, the most exciting, well, there's a few exciting rewards you can redeem this for. But the biggest one is a trip for 4, not 2, 4 to Mexico, all-inclusive resort of your choice. Like, hello. So you want to print these off because there's not only a trip to Mexico, there's a trip to Vegas, there's $3,000 cash, $2,000, $1,000, and so much more in that program. So that you want to save up your Star Rewards till the end of the year and then see where you're at. Now, the reason I really want your focus on this is simply this I would just feel horrible if somebody was not paying attention to the Star Rewards program and they ended up having a lot of stars and they were only 10 stars away from winning a trip. Oh my goodness, that would not be fun, would it? So that's why I'm drawing your attention to this. I don't want you to miss out. Now, home office will keep track of all your Star Rewards for you because we want to recognize the top 5 in each city that we're in so that we can really help them stay focused on perhaps winning a trip to Mexico. So in this assets, there are pictures that you can share on social media, videos in there, so you want to play around a little bit in there. And at any time you need more assistance on this, you can call our office, and Ryan is the best person to talk to, and he can support you, which is wonderful. He's an amazing guy as well. So the Star Rewards program runs from January 1st to December 31st, and you can save up your stars to redeem whatever you would like to redeem. Now, there's also in your back office a page that shows your stats. And the stats are how many times have you shared, how many clicks have you received on what you shared, how many referrals came in from that, your revenue, and your commission. So it just gives you a diagram of knowing what your stats are. Now, this is one of my favorite sections of the Ambassador Program because I'm all about leverage, and I trust many of you are, because leverage always makes you more money, and it's not as hard work. Instead of working one-on-one, here's an opportunity where you can work one-on-many. And so it's leverage through what we call heart connections. And that is what I'm going to be moving into now that Javen is in the office. So heart connections are, what is it? I will explain. This is a way of leverage for you as an ambassador. If you know of an association, a conference, or an event that needs a keynote speaker or a guest speaker, this is where the leverage is. All you have to do as an ambassador is do the introduction to the person that's organizing this event and myself. So when you introduce it to myself, then I take it so much further. So we assist you in how to do the introduction because there is a certain way that we have found works the best. And typically it's by email. So we will help you. You just have to connect with home office. And I'll give you some emails in this presentation as well, who you email for what, and the phone number so you can call us, so you can keep it all organized. So the best way we found is email introduction. This type of connection has huge financial potential for you as an ambassador. And what I have found is most ambassadors feel absolutely awesome about assisting others to grow personally and professionally. And I want to let you know, if you haven't recognized already, Colin Sprake is all about giving value. And I am as well. So that when we go to speak at conferences, our intention is to be one of the best educators there to support the members. And then, of course, the association is going to go to you, say, thank you for introducing us to Make Your Mark. Now, here's an example of an ambassador that had an event. Her name's Jo. So she had an event with women business owners. And 50% of her attendees ended up going to Business Mastery. And I want to show you the type of income she made from one event. So 50%. Now, she had about 85 women at this event that we spoke at. So some of her people bought the Sherpa package. So to date, we have paid Jo $1,256 so far. She has earned, which is about to be paid, not paid out yet, $1,394. And her unearned, which once her people attend the seminar, she's going to get paid $9,137. So by Jo having us speak at one of her events, the total income she got from Make Your Mark is $11,788.83. This is where the leverage comes in. You know, when I believe that we are all a part of, let's say, we're all a piece of a puzzle, and somehow we all fit together to make that beautiful picture. So that when we support all our business communities, then it's a win-win for everyone. And I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration. I believe in working together because there is enough business. And when you feel you're not having enough business, it's usually because there's skills that need to be learned, or perhaps you are hanging out at the wrong places, or you don't even know who your avatar is. I'm not saying that's anyone on this call, but I'm saying that's what you want to be aware of. Now, with the Star Rewards program, when you refer us to a speaking event, you're going to get the most stars. For 100 or 99 and less, you'll get 25 stars. And for an event that's 100 in attendance or more, you get 50 stars. That's the fastest way to get that Mexico trip. That's for sure. Now, on the screen is just giving you some examples of where we've already spoken, and we can always be invited. There's so many different conferences that happen everywhere. So in BC, we spoke at Mompreneur, Socialite, Canada Financial, Surrey Board of Trade, the Canadian Mortgage Broker Association. I'm actually speaking there again in May. And Alberta, I spoke at the Calgary Residential Rental Association. Colin and I both spoke at People for People in Edmonton. So Ontario, we both spoke at Toronto Entrepreneurial Conference, Mompreneurs. Then there was a success session that this lady did. USA, we've spoke at Evolutionary Business Council, NSA, the National Speaker Association, Colin spoke at. So that just gives you some ideas. So if you belong to an association, if you're a financial advisor or the real estate board or anything like that, you just do the invite and we take it from there, and we let you know what has happened, whether we got booked or for this year or next, because there's always next year. If it's a little too late for this year, there's always next year. Now, what can you do with that extra income that you will receive through the Ambassador Program? Well, here's what many students do. Many of them put the money towards their packages that they have with Make Your Mark so that they can pay it off sooner. Then we also have some ambassadors that it helps them pay off a car payment. And then we have some ambassadors that give it to their favorite charity. And Jo is one of them. She donates every check she receives to her favorite charity that is truly in her heart. Now, some ambassadors just can't, financially, they're a little strapped. So what's great about the Ambassador Program for you is that you can join Best Mindset. You work the Ambassador Program, that will pay for your Best Mindset membership. Or some people use it for a family vacation. I have some ambassadors that put checks aside into a separate account, and that's the money they use for a family vacation. So it's truly up to you what you would like to do. Now, anytime you have an association or conference that you go, oh, Make Your Mark would be awesome to be at this, just email this email, heartconnections with an S at mymsuccess.com. And what will happen there is if you ask me, well, Cheryl, how do I do the invitation or how do I do the introduction? I will send it to you on email so that you have it, and I'll walk you through the best way to do it. Like, we want you to be successful with it, and so that we'll walk you through that. We'll take partnership with you is what we will do. Now, there's a gratitude opportunity as an ambassador as well, and would you love to volunteer at Business Mastery or the 2-hour events? We have many ambassadors that do that. So not only are you going to get, so much more growth, but you're going to earn points while changing lives and learning how to run an event. Maybe there's some of you that go, I want to do events myself. Come and learn with Make Your Mark. You volunteer and you will see a different side of how to run an event effectively, especially Business Mastery. I'd highly recommend you volunteer at one point at Business Mastery. You're just going to learn so much more about how to do events. So here's the points and the credits you can receive by volunteering. So you will receive 1 credit for when you do 2 2-hour events. So basically it's a half a credit per 2-hour event. So when you do 2 of them, you receive 1 full credit. Anytime you do a full day of volunteering, you will receive 1 credit. And at Business Mastery, you will receive 3.5 credits. Now, what can you do with those credits? You can earn, number one, when you have 5 credits, you can receive the video training series that we did for trade shows. If any of you do trade shows or expos, you want to receive this training. Because here's, when we first started Make Your Mark, I used to go to trade shows all the time. And not as a vendor, as a participant, walk around and get to know business owners. And that was a point where Colin and I realized, oh my goodness, so many people are just not doing trade shows effectively. And it's sad because trade shows are, can be pretty pricey. And so when we see people spend thousands of dollars on trade shows, we want them to make minimum triple what their investment was, because it costs money, costs time. Probably your preparation and banners and all your marketing material costs money. We want you to make minimum triple back. So there's an opportunity you can get the video series when you receive 5 credits. And then what you can receive when you receive 10 credits is you can attend any of our one-day live training of your choice. So that's an opportunity through the Ambassador program where you can still continue to learn. Now, the Ambassador community are I'm so excited for you to be a part of it, because we are growing and we are loving each other. We are sharing. We are assisting each other with challenges. So each month we have a live Ambassador training, and each month we go through different education for you as a business owner. The next one is April 18th, and it will be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and it will be at the Symposium Cafe restaurant in Mississauga. So you can come early, order your food when you arrive, have dinner with other ambassadors, and then Amanda, our beautiful Amanda, will go through all the training that head office creates all the training each month and sends it out to all our city ambassadors. We have a city ambassador in Toronto, we have a city ambassador in Calgary, Vancouver, and I'm working on one for Dallas. So that way there's somebody on the ground that can support you. Here's all the contact information you may want to have at your fingertips. Any questions you have about the Ambassador program and you need to talk to Home Office, you get to talk to Ryan or Javen. And the best email for you to keep is the AMB, which stands for Ambassador. So AMB@mymsuccess.com. Those two are the ones that run with the Ambassador program now as I'm moving on, but I am still available for any questions you have with anything. Now, what I have moved into is I'm working with Michael now to focus on the leverage side of the Ambassador program, which is called Heart Connections. So if you have conferences or events that you think we should be at, you can email me or Michael at heartconnections with an S at mymsuccess.com. Now, if you want to volunteer for an event and really get to see so much more, you can email Irene. She is an amazing woman. You will just fall in love with her at gratitude@mymsuccess.com. That is the email you would email her, anything to do with volunteering, any of the events. Now, we have a toll-free number for you. And if you don't already have it, which you should, but if you don't, here it is. The toll-free number is 1-844-560-5609, and that's the toll-free number for you. We have Facebook groups. There is the MYM Ambassador group. Welcome to join it. It is a private group, so when you go into the MYM Ambassador group, we will accept for you to join, and that way you're going to get the most current updates there. You can also join the MYM Gratitude Team group on Facebook as well. Those are the two common Facebook groups we have. Now I want to open it up to any questions. The simplest thing to save for background noise is type in the chat section of any questions that you may have about the Ambassador program. And sometimes I don't get questions because I sort of understand everything. However, you're still fairly new with the Ambassador program. So as you evolve in the program, I know that you'll have more questions. And so far, nobody's typing in, just so that you know. But here's the most common questions. How do I get red and white tickets when I run out? At every Ambassador training, we have the red and white tickets available for you, as well as at any time you can call our office and we can mail them out to you. Now, another tip on when you're inviting people, here's what I had one ambassador do this all the time for me. It was so funny. What he would do is when he sat down with somebody and he was talking about the 2-hour event, and the person said, yeah, I'd like to go. He says, okay, why don't I just call the office right now and get you registered? So he would call the office and he would say to our office, hi, client care. I have this gentleman here. I want to register for the 2-hour event, and I'm just going to pass my phone on to him so he can give you the details. So that's what he did. He would pass the phone on to the person. The person would say their first name, all the information we need, and we would take care of the registration right then and there. Here's a tip for you as a business owner. Make your prospects and customers lazier, meaning take care of whatever it is right away. So if you know you have somebody interested, you either call the office or you have knowledgeactionprofit.com right on your phone that you say to them, let's take care of your registration right now. I'll open up the website. You put in your success number on there. You turn your phone around and you say, okay, now you just need to enter all your details. And then it's done right then and there. What that saves is any follow-up. Because now you know they're registered. If they walk away with a ticket, you don't know if they're going to register. Because here's what happens in people's lives. They have a priority list of themselves. So they'll take your ticket and say, yes, I want to go. Then life and business gets in the way. The ticket may go on their fridge or the ticket may go on their desk, and they haven't gotten to register yet. And they probably aren't even aware of what date it is. And then time goes on. So you just want to, make it simple and easy and make them lazy. Take care of the registration for them. A lot of other questions that we end up getting is about the back office. So I would encourage you to go in there and play. And if you have any questions at any time, you give us a call and we can walk you right through that. Other than that, what do I have next? A heartfelt thank you to all of you to be on this. Again, this is recorded, so I'll be sending it out to all of you in case you want to review it. We'll also send you the link for the video that didn't play in this training where Colin is modeling, handing out the red and white tickets for you. We'll send you three links that you'll see in your email. So here's a quote from Colin Sprake himself. Learning is truly a gift that we should take advantage of every day. It expands our horizons and adds to personal wealth creation. So I know that Colin is giving you all a virtual hug while he's in Mexico, certainly having a great time with his family. Oh, here's a question. Does MYM advise a best business practice for sharing online? Oh, red and white tickets online. I got to think about that. That's a good question. I've never had that question. How to share the red and white? Well, yes, of course. You can go into your back office and there is a link that you can share. So when you share it online like Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, so go into your back office, and if for any reason you missed some of the presentation here, you'll receive the recording so that you can see how to go into the back office, and there's links that you can share. Here's a tip for you. Make Your Mark does Facebook ads. When you see Make Your Mark doing Facebook ads, do not share those because they won't be linked to your link. So don't share them. You want to make sure that you are sharing your own link. Okay? So I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. And I look forward to hearing all your successes and everything you do. So thank you so much from the bottom of our heart being part of MYM community and MYM family. So I'm going to end off now by saying just have a fabulous week. And thank you very much for participating.